What if I told you that the most terrifying thing a narcissist can encounter isn't exposure, isn't abandonment, isn't even loss of control, but something far simpler and far more devastating? Stay with me, because what Carl Jung discovered about narcissism and genuine love will completely transform how you understand the people who hurt you most. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll see them in a way you never expected. Carl Jung said that where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. And nowhere is this tension more explosive than when a narcissist, for the first time in their life, encounters love that is real, unconditional, and impossible to manipulate. You see, most people think narcissists don't want love, but Jung's research revealed something far more tragic and far more complex than simple emotional emptiness. The truth is, narcissists are desperate for love. They just have no idea what to do when it actually arrives. Here's what really happens inside the narcissistic psyche when genuine love shows up at the door, and why Jung said it triggers the most violent internal crisis a human being can experience. According to Carl Jung, every narcissist operates from what he called an inflated persona, a carefully constructed false self designed to extract admiration, control, and validation from the outside world. This persona isn't just vanity, it's architecture. It's a fortress built brick by brick in childhood to protect something unbearably fragile underneath. And here's where it gets absolutely fascinating. Jung discovered that the fortress wasn't built to keep others out. It was built to keep something in, something the narcissist buried so long ago they've forgotten it exists, their authentic self. The wounded child who once reached for love and was met with conditions, rejection, or emptiness. True love threatens to reach that child, and that is where the terror begins. Carl Jung identified a phenomenon he called the dissolution of the persona. It happens when an external experience is so authentic, so unconditional, that the false self can no longer maintain its structure. For most people, this dissolution is uncomfortable but ultimately healing. For the narcissist, it feels like annihilation, because here's what Jung understood that most people completely miss. The narcissist doesn't wear a mask the way you or I might. They have become the mask. There is no clear boundary between their persona and their identity. So when true love begins to penetrate that surface, it doesn't feel like intimacy. It feels like being dismantled. And what happens next will redefine everything you thought you knew about narcissistic behavior. According to Carl Jung's theory of the shadow, the narcissist's shadow contains everything their persona was designed to deny: vulnerability, neediness, the terrifying possibility that they are ordinary, that they are flawed, that they are at their core just a human being who wants to be held without having to perform for it. True love activates this shadow instantly, and the narcissist's reaction, Jung discovered, follows a predictable and devastating sequence. First comes idealization. The narcissist encounters genuine love and initially processes it through the only framework they have. They elevate it. They worship it. They convince themselves they've found something extraordinary, because that's the only way their inflated persona can accept receiving love, by making it about how special they are for having attracted it. But here's where the psychology takes a dark and absolutely chilling turn. Carl Jung observed that idealization is never stable in a narcissistic structure. It can't be, because the closer genuine love gets, the more the persona begins to crack, and the narcissist starts to feel something they have spent their entire life running from: being truly seen. Not admired, not envied, not controlled, seen. In all their fragility, in all their ordinariness, in all their desperate, unspoken need. And that experience, Jung said, produces a terror so primal that the psyche will do almost anything to escape it. This is the moment the narcissist begins to destroy the very love they claim to want. And here's why Jung said it's absolutely inevitable. According to Carl Jung, the psyche protects its core structures with ferocious loyalty. The narcissistic persona has been the individual's survival mechanism since childhood. It kept them safe when the world taught them that vulnerability equals destruction. So when true love threatens to bypass that mechanism, the unconscious mind sounds every alarm it has. The narcissist begins to devalue, to withdraw, to pick fights over nothing, to find flaws in the person who loves them, to manufacture reasons why this love isn't real, isn't enough, isn't worthy. They start the cycle that every person who has loved a narcissist knows intimately. The push and pull, the cruelty followed by tenderness, the door that opens just enough to give you hope before slamming shut on your fingers. But here's what will send chills down your spine. Jung discovered that this isn't cruelty for cruelty's sake. It's the psyche fighting for its life. The narcissist is not rejecting love. They are rejecting what love demands of them. To be real, to be vulnerable, to exist without armor. And that, according to everything Jung spent his lifetime studying, is the one thing their psychological structure cannot survive. Carl Jung called this the crisis of authenticity, the moment when the false self is confronted with an experience that requires the true self to show up. For the narcissist, this crisis produces what Jung termed enantiodromia at its most violent. The love they idealized becomes the thing they fear most. The person they worshipped becomes the person they must destroy. Not because that person did anything wrong, but because that person's love is doing something right. And the narcissist's entire identity depends on nothing getting that close. Here's the part that changes everything about how you understand what happened to you. According to Carl Jung, the narcissist who encounters true love is experiencing the one thing their psyche was never equipped to process: unconditional acceptance. Every system they've built runs on transaction. I perform, you admire. I charm, you comply. I withhold, you chase. True love breaks every one of those equations. It says, I see you without the performance and I'm still here. And for a psyche built entirely on performance, that sentence is an existential threat. Jung understood that the tragedy of narcissism isn't that they can't love. It's that they can't receive love without experiencing it as an invasion. Every act of genuine care feels like a test they're going to fail. Every moment of real intimacy feels like a trap about to spring. Every time someone loves them without conditions, their psyche whispers the only thing it knows to say: this can't be real. And if it is, I have to destroy it before it destroys me. And this, Jung discovered, is the deepest wound of all, not the pain they cause, but the love they can never let in. Carl Jung said that the narcissist's tragedy is not that they are incapable of love, but that they are imprisoned by a structure that treats love as the enemy. The persona they built to survive childhood becomes the very thing that prevents them from living as an adult. They spend their entire existence chasing a reflection of admiration while running from the one thing that could actually heal them. But here's the final insight, and it's the one Jung considered most important of all. According to Carl Jung, healing for the narcissist requires something he called the sacrifice of the persona, the willingness to let the false self die so the true self can emerge. But this sacrifice demands something the narcissistic structure is designed to prevent at all costs: surrender, not to another person, but to their own vulnerability, to the terrifying truth that they are enough without the performance, without the control, without the power. Most narcissists never make this sacrifice. Jung was very clear about that. The fortress holds, the persona survives, and the love, the real love, the kind that could have changed everything, gets pushed away, devalued, and eventually destroyed. And the narcissist moves on, looking for the next mirror, the next source of admiration, the next person who will worship the mask without ever asking to see the face beneath it, never understanding that what they keep searching for is the very thing they keep running from. That is the tragedy Carl Jung spent his career trying to articulate. Not that narcissists are monsters, but that they are prisoners, locked inside a self they built to survive a world that taught them love was dangerous. And every time real love finds them, they do the only thing their wounded psyche knows how to do. They lock the door a little tighter. Thank you so much for staying with me through this exploration. If this shifted how you understand the dynamics you've lived through, subscribe to the channel and share this with someone who needs to hear it.